iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Weedsport Speedway. Here tonight, it is the Adirondack Picker Night for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series, presented by the Upstate Racing League. It's been a little while since we've been on the air here with the Big Block Modifieds here, but man, is it good to be back in 2023, back behind the microphone, bringing you all the racing action. My name is Roger Muth here, up in the virtual tower for the Turn 3 Racing Network, and man, last time we were here, well, it's been all Talon Carter this season. Tonight, though, fresh year. Same season, just a fresh year. Will anybody be able to take down the youngster of Talon Carter, last season's champion, as he does lead the championship standings coming into the night? He's been undefeated in his heat races and undefeated in feature competition this year. So he is 5 for 5. This is race number 6 here. What's on the docket tonight? Well, we got heat races, last chance qualifier, and our 50 lap, a main feature event. So there's a lot of racing to go on here, but what are some things that have happened since the last time we've seen you? Well, we took a break for Christmas and New Year. Also, we've had some very sad news here with the Upstate Racing League. One of our very own has unfortunately passed away. Well, a driver of the number 98 out the gate has unfortunately lost his darling, his daughter, Kobe Griffith, unfortunately passing away during the holiday break. So as we take a quick break to remember Colby, she was an angel, she is an angel, and she's always going to be here with the Upstate Racing League. Colby will always be missed, race fans, but the great thing is she will always be there watching over us here tonight and to continue through the season. We also will carry the Colby Quinn Griffith wings, the angel wings, on our screen the rest of the season here with the Upstate Racing League, as we are one big happy family. We also have to thank all the drivers that contributed to the GoFundMe page for the Griffith family. We thank you here from the Turn 3 Racing Network. We thank you with the Upstate Racing League, and the Griffith family thanks you. It is time, though, as you see, down onto the speedway. It's time to go racing. Light the fire here tonight. Let's get that starting lineup here for the Bartel Builders Big Blocks here tonight for the Adirondack Picker Night. Starting in the front row of heat race number 1 here, brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series. This will be Chris Brown. To the outside of him, New York's own, the number 15 of Ryan Holland. The driver out of Montana, the 00, Doug Ungari, will start there into the 3rd spot, while the Super Dirt Car Series number 79 of Dean Reynolds will go 4th. Eric Sanford in car number 19 will start back into the 5th spot. Well, it's the big show. It's Kyle Lesher out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, driving car number 13. He'll go 6th. Driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the 31B. That is Donald Bennett. He'll go 7th. The 2T of Michael Trevarthen out of Florida will go from the 8th starting spot here tonight, while the 1W of Wayne McDuff, the Bartel Builders entry, will go back into the 9th spot. And how about it? Chris Stump here tonight in car number 20. He will take shotgun to the field here, so it'll be 5 cars qualifying here out of this heat race tonight. Heat race number 1 on the docket. You see the beast from the northeast out there onto the speedway. The ground pounder's ready to go. Chris Brown, Ryan Holland will bring us down. 10 laps on the board here tonight as we are green flag racing. Green flag up into the air here. As here we go. 8 laps. Lap number 1 going to go to the number 136. So Chris Brown, Ryan Holland right there in the Upstate RC and Hobbies entry, and Dean Reynolds, a driver out of Syracuse, New York, sitting there currently in the 3rd spot. 5 cars, 5th car on the bubble right now. That'll be the big show. Kyle Lesher, the 13 machine. You see him rolling to the outside of the speedway. That's Kyle Lesher. Top 5 to qualify here out of our heat races, brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series. There's Doug Ungari down to the bottom side. He's trying to take a spot away. Kyle Lesher still sitting there on the bubble, real close to the outside boilerplate there for the number 13 of Kyle Lesher. Eric Sanford right now is the first car on the outside looking in here tonight. Already going to have a couple laps in the books, halfway this time by. Kyle Lesher, look at Sanford trying to thread it up top there. Lesher just running the outside of the speedway right now, trying to run away from Ungari, who's down catfishing right down around the bottom side of the speedway. See, Doug's got the Colby Griffith wings on his car here tonight. Currently that inside lane just not coming in here for Ungari as he rips the bottom side. You see a little kiss of the concrete jersey barriers down there, as now Ungari's able to get back to the top side. Chris Brown just ran his fastest lap of the race as he'll get the white flag this time by. It'll be 1 lap to go, presented by Carpenter's Tax Service. It's the final trip around the speedway. Chris Brown trying to pick up his heat race win. It could be heat race win number 2 of the season. We will get that final transfer spot. Battle off turn number 4. It will go to Eric Sanford. So it'll be Brown, Holland, Reynolds, Lesher, Sanford, all qualifying in here, as everybody else will have to go to a last chance qualifier. Ungari, Trevarthen, Bennett, Stump, and McDuff all having to go into the LCQ. That means another one of the Super Dirt Car Series heat races are coming onto the docket, and this is the starting lineup for this one. Ooh, this one's a heavy punching battle here. 9 cars. It'll be Talon Carter starting on the pole here in heat race number 2. To his outside, it'll be the number 99 of Cole Day, so 2 champions make the front row. Starting back in row number 2 to the inside, driving car number 4, the Full Throttle Racing. This is going to be Scott Riome. And back into the 4th spot here tonight, the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. He's a brand new dad. There's car number 40. That is Josiah Millen. And back into the 5th spot, he's got a brand new GMC. It is red, race fans, and it has a Turn 3 sticker on it. But this car, this is the 2B. This is Brett Bartel's, the Bartel Builders entry. He'll start 5th. And there he is, number 98 out the gate with a special paint scheme here tonight. This is racing Jason Dobbs. This is Griffith. That's Jason piloting car number 98. He'll start back in 6th. It's the Raised Diane Tubing, then number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy. He'll start back into the 7th spot, and it's the driver from north of the border, driving car number 86. This will be Kelly Dahl back into the 8th spot. It's the Austin Designs number 5. Scott Austin will start back there into the 9th position. That is your final starter here in our heat race number 2. We'll go with 8 laps the distance on the call here. Talon Carter, Cole Day will bring us down. Brand new paint scheme for Talon Carter. Normally used to seeing him rock the red and white number 1. New car here tonight at Weedsport. Unloaded fresh for the new year. Green flag is up. Put 8 laps on the ticker. Here we go. Talon Carter will lead us to turn number 1. Great shot here brought to us by the Bartel Builders with this bar camera with Talon Carter. Look at Scotty Riome try and slide into there. Not going to be able to. Lap number 1. Going to go up on the board and read Talon Carter as your race leader. It's Carter, it's Cole Day, it's Scott Riome, Josiah Millen. And then the battle for that transfer spot. That final 5th spot right now currently going to the Long Shot Sports Apparel, number 98 of Racing Jason. He'll keep it wound up around the outside. He'll go around the 2B of Bartels. Kelly Dahl trying to keep that big block modified underneath him back there. He's just outside the transfer spot also. He's back there running into the 7th spot. Then Rabtoy's back there at 8th. And Scott Austin currently running into the 9th position. Millen getting some pressure now as Scott Riome just get around him. So it'll be Dobbs now back behind him. Both those drivers are in a transfer spot. First car out's Kelly Dahl to the outside. The white number 86. White number 86 is the car you're looking at. That's the first car out here tonight. Millen trying to work back onto the inside of Scotty Riome. Talon Carter has absolutely checked out here in the early goings of this one. It'll be 3 laps to go. Here comes Dobbs now to the outside. He's trying to lift that left front tire. As everybody started to migrate to the bottom. Oh, Millen going to bobble down on the bottom side. That's going to give Dobbs a huge run down to turn number 4. Down the front straightaway they come. It just seems like there is no bite down on the bottom side of the speedway. This time by, it'll be the white flag. Carpenter's Tax Service. 1 lap to go as Millen's trying to hang on to a transfer spot. He's got Dobbs right there. And the darling, you're my angel machine. Checkered flag for Talon Carter. So it'll be Carter, it'll be Day, it'll be Riome. Millen and Dobbs will transfer in. Kelly Dahl, Bartels, Rabtoy, all will have to go to a last chance qualifier. So just like that, we've already put 2 of them in the books. And man, they've been 2 good races, especially that last one for that final transfer spot here. Let's go to heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series Big Block Series. Well, it'll be the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Speedy Brissett in 03 will start at the pole. To the outside, the Misfit Motorsports number 81. This will be Jimmy McIntyre Jr. starting P number 2. And, well, he's a new dad to himself also. Last year, he went out with a bang, and that was a little one. And it'll be the 11 Illinois of Brian Hacker back into the 3rd spot. Tyler Gross Cup car number 14 will start right there in P number 4. Then it's the Thunder Ridge Racing number 28 of Jeff Sharp. He'll start back in 5th. Full Moon Racing, Full Moon Garage, it'll be the number 98, it'll be Robbie Schaefer, the Hamburg Hot Dog, going into the 6th spot. Starting in 7th, out of the Brissett Racing Stables, number 59, this will be Stephen Brissett. And back into the 8th starting spot, car number 96, this will be Al Smith Jr. in car number 96, he'll start 8th. John McIntyre. Put 2 McIntyres in the same race. Oh boy, let's see what this one's going to put. It'll be the battle of the McIntyres. So it'll be John McIntyre going from the tail of the field, though. So another 9 cars, 5 to qualify. So who's your pick in this one? Another good one here. Brian Hacker piloting that number 11 back there. There's Jeff Sharp. Robbie Schaefer going to be coming from deep. How about Stephen Brissett? Eight laps. 5 to qualify. 9 on the speedway. We're ready to go. Here come the beasts. A great start there by the 03, but here comes Brian Hacker. He'll thread the needle, go down low. Hacker will go down low, and he will take the top spot. Speedy Brissett trying to come back at him. Will he be able to? A little contact towards the back. That's John McIntyre and Al Smith. They keep both cars pointed. Oh, a big slide. Speedy Brissett in front of the field. Gonna go from the penthouse to the outhouse. Speedy Brissett makes one mistake down on turn 1, and now he's riddled back into the field. Who does that put now on the bubble? That's the Hamburg Hot Dog, Robbie Schaefer. There you see car number 97 to the outside. Robbie Schaefer. Right now he's in, but he's got Steven Brissett down to the inside in car number 59. We haven't seen the inside work like these drivers hoped it would here in the early going, as we already have just 5 laps to go. So it's Hacker, it's McIntyre, and Sharp, Grosscup, and Schaefer now has taken command of that spot. '14 of Tyler Grosscup going to the outside. Trying to get around Lebanon Valley Hoosier Racing number 28 of Jeff Sharp right now, who's currently sitting in P number 3. The outside has been predominantly the way to go here tonight. We've seen some drivers go down to the bottom like Brian Hacker and make it work, but the outside's really where they want to be. Old popsicle stick's about to go up for Brian Hacker. He will see just 2 laps to go here in heat race number 3 tonight. So Hacker will see the final lap. It'll be 1 lap to go, presented by Carpenter's Tax Service. Final trip around the speedway for Brian Hacker. Robbie Schaefer in command back there, so it will be Brian Hacker hacking this one up. Brian Hacker will come across the line. It'll be Jimmy McIntyre, Jeff Sharp, Tyler Grosscup, and Robbie Schaefer all coming across the line. Brissett, Smith, and McIntyre all having to go to a last chance qualifier. And just like that, we will head into our last chance qualifier. We will forego the 4th heat race of the night, which means we will take 9 drivers out of this last chance qualifier. And this is our starting lineup here for our last chance qualifier. Starting on the front row, he hails out of Montana. It's the Ungari Motorsports 00. He'll start P number 1. To the outside of him, driving car number 86, Kelly Dahl will start second. Third will go to the 03 of Speedy Brissett. The 2T of Michael Trevarthen will roll from 4th. The 2B of Brett Bartels will start back into the 5th spot, while Steven Brissett will start there in car number 59 in 6th. Donald Bennett in the 31B will start back into the 7th starting spot, while the Rays Diane Tubing number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy will start in 8th. Al Smith Jr. will start in 9th, and Chris Stump back there into the 10th position. 11th will be Scott Austin, car number 5, and starting back into the 12th spot will be John McIntyre. Shotgun to the field, though. That'll be the wild one of Wade McDuff. So McDuff will take the final spot here as we get ready to go. Racing. Last chance qualifier. 15 laps on the docket here for all these drivers. It's the last chance if you want to get into the dance here tonight for any of these drivers. The field is out there. You see them all circling around. This time by, we will turn these big block modifieds loose. Super Dirt Car Series last chance qualifier out onto the speedway. The Super Dirt Car Series remains the premier traveling tour for the big block modifieds in the nation, and we are proud to have them as our heat race and last chance qualifier sponsors this season. And it is on like Donkey Kong as we're into turn number 1. Doug Ungari with a great start. Speedy Brissett with a mistake down into turn number 1. He makes a little bit of a mistake, but he will hold that 3rd position here. Lap number 1 going to go to the 00 of Doug Ungari, who's down around to the bottom. Correction, Kelly Dahl with a great run to the outside. Look at Michael Trevarthen hold the outside lane there. He was just about 3 wide. No, Bartel's going to get the 2B into the 2T, and hey, both hung on to it. Hung on to it as Ungari still battles for the race lead. A couple drivers getting a little jacked up back here. That's the 59 of Steven Brissett, the 96 of Al Smith, and the 31B of Donald Bennett, all making a little contact back there, but the battle is still for that race lead. The top spot, Ungari trying to run the middle groove this time, but that outside lane still for Kelly Dahl is the fast way around the speedway. Ungari not able to clear. Maybe a big slider would be able to clear the 00, but Kelly Dahl's just got that right rear planted into the cushion all the way around the speedway. Ungari losing ground inch by inch every circuit we come around. The 9th spot currently held by the number 5 of Scott Austin. Him and Donald Bennett right now, the two drivers that are sitting there. Oh, Austin going to feed Bennett a little bit of a right rear. Bennett going to keep his right foot in it. More contact down into the corner. Bennett, who just competed in the 24 Hours of Daytona, trying to now get his groove back on here on the dirt side of things. Bennett going to go to the outside. Look at Rabzoy. He's on the outside looking in. Bennett trying to run the outside, and he will lose the spot there to Scott Austin. So with 9 laps to go, Donald Bennett puts himself on the hot seat. Here comes Rabtoy. Him and Rabtoy going to make a little contact. Bennett going to jump into the air. Rabtoy going to lift out of it, and he'll live as Bennett going to throw a little bit of a slider. Oh, he's now in no man's land in the middle of the speedway. There goes John McIntyre around the outside. Bennett's got to get the groove back going. Oh, McIntyre up into the wall, and that's going to give Bennett the spot back. Here comes Rabtoy. Rabtoy thought he was going to throw the slider there. Bennett tried to take the nose off the number 22. It'll be Bennett at the line with just 7 to go. Bennett going to go down around the bottom side. Now he's going to get clipped. That's going to wash him up the speedway. Rabtoy trying everything he can do to get around that 31B. Now has a chance here. Bennett goes in the corner. Sideways for Bennett. That'll going to give it to Rabtoy at the line with just 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go, and Rabtoy takes back the 9th position. So Bennett, now here comes McDuff. McDuff going to slide his way in there. A little contact. He made the contact, and now John McIntyre going to get around Bennett. Bennett bleeding positions here with just 5 laps to go. The 4 Loco number 98 Ohio back there, but everybody is chasing Kelly Dahl. That's the top driver right now. Kelly Dahl, Speedy Brissett, Doug Ungari. The 2B of Brett Bartels, Michael Trevarth, and Al Smith, Steven Brissett, Scott Austin, and then Rabtoy right now. That is the top drivers here who would transfer in. With now this time by, it'll be 3 laps to go. Caution lights. Caution lights are on the speedway here with just 3 laps to go. Chris Stump and Donald Bennett getting together. And that will bring out the first caution flag of the evening here in our last chance qualifier. The first time we have seen that yellow silk being flown. Take the look back here and see what happened to Chris Stump. 31B of Donald Bennett down around the bottom side also involved. Though goes in too hard, catches a little bit of too much of the brakes, and Chris Stump goes to throw it around and unfortunately gets stuck. And that's what's going to bring out the caution flag. Riding on board the 31B with the Bartel Builders Bartcam. You heard him off the throttle, just grabbed too much brake and then tried to just sail her in there. Unfortunately, going to result in a caution flag for the first time here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. 3 heat race winners already locked in. Chris Brown, Talon Carter, and Brian Hacker all starting off their seasons right where they have left off. That'll be the 6th heat race win for Talon Carter this season. It'll be the 2nd heat race win for Chris Brown, and Brian Hacker will pick up his 2nd also. Kelly Dahl has a chance to put his name to the record book for last chance qualifier wins this season. He does not have a heat race win yet this year. Speedy Brissett has a heat race win, but has not been to a last chance qualifier. This is the first time for him this season in the last chance qualifier. And Doug Ungari has picked up a heat race win, but no last chance qualifier wins. Back to racing here as the green flag is back into the air. It'll be the popsicle sticks. 2 to go, all fighting for the top 9 spots. So that puts everybody back at an even distance. There's the driver that's in 9th. He's trying to go for more. Rabtoy has it right now as we're going to get the white flag 1 lap to go, presented by Carpenter's Tax Service. Final trip around the speedway. Kelly Dahl looking like he's going to pick this one up. Final time into 3 and 4. Brissett to the bottom side. Not going to have enough room. So it'll be Dahl, Brissett, Ungari, Bartels, Trevarth, and Smith, Brissett, Austin, and It'll be Dylan Raptoy transferring in, so that will do it for all of our qualifiers, as Chris Brown picked up the first heat race win of the night here. Talon Carter picked up heat race number 2. Brian Hacker picked up number 3, and Kelly Dahl will pick up the last chance qualifier. So Kelly Dahl now locking himself in here tonight. So that will give us our entire field. The invert wheel will be coming up here in just a couple of moments. That will tell us, well, where these drivers will all line up here tonight. Will we invert the front row? Will we invert the top 8? It's a mixture. We don't know until the invert wheel is spun here tonight, and then that will determine where these drivers will all actually line up. We do know all the drivers that will qualify in. Just where will they start tonight's 50-lap A main feature event here tonight for the Adirondack Picker Night? Adirondack Pickers, of course, they have some real treasures picked and ready for you to buy. Anything from apparel to toys to manuals, the Adirondack Pickers have it for you to buy. Head on over to eBay.com and type in Adirondack_Picker today and find your hidden treasure. The Upstate Racing League would also like to thank the people over at the Bartel Builders who are focused on providing high-quality service for your construction needs, whether it's new construction, repair, installs, or damage repairs. The Bartel Builders have you covered in all your needs. Based in Spirit Lake, Iowa, contact them today for all your home repairs. The Hanson Starter Shop is in the Upstate area. Well, they have been doing business for 30-plus years, rebuilding, repairing alternators, generators, starters, also carrying new ones with 30 years' experience in the Upstate area. Carpenter's Tax Service is our, of course, one-to-go sponsor back this year. Tax season is upon us here in the United States. Well, there's only one place that you need to go to get your tax preparation done, and that is Carpenter's Tax Service. In about 45 seconds, as these drivers burn in the Weedsport Speedway, we will be ready to light the fire for the Adirondack Picker Night. 50 lap of racing competition is coming your way. Drivers going home here tonight were Wade McDuff, Chris Stump. Those drivers will go home. They will not make the feature event. The 98 Ohio Chris Stump, of course, only dabbling with us part-time here. So we don't get to see him very often, and Wade McDuff, we get to see Wayne quite often. Wayne, unfortunately, a fun guy to hang around. Not going to be able to make it, though, but I can guarantee you he has one of the biggest coolers in the garage back there. He is going to be very popular here for the next 50 laps, I can tell you that. Last time we were here at the Weedsport Speedway, there's only 2 drivers that have their names in the big blocks. That is Cole Day and Chris Brown. They are the only drivers that have ever taken their big block modifieds to victory lane. So we will see who will join them from the Weedsport Speedway. But as you see it, the track is cleared, and it is time to light the fire. So let's take you down trackside. Starting lineup here tonight will look like this. Starting on the front row, he hails out of Kokomo, Indiana. Chris Brown will pilot that car, and he will start P number 1. To his outside, driving car number 1, that'll be Talon Carter. And back in P number 3, then it'll be the number 11 Illinois of Brian Hacker. Ryan Holland out of New York, driving car number 15. He will start back there in the 4th spot, while Cole Dane, car number 99, will start 5th. It's the Misfit Motorsport number 81 of Jimmy McIntyre. He'll start back there into the 6th spot. Well, how about it? The Super Dirt Car Series number 79 was just down here in my neck of the woods. Didn't even swing in to say hi. It'll be car number 79 of Dean Reynolds. Back into the 8th spot, Scott Rayome in car number 4 will start 8th, while Jeff Sharp, the number 28, will start in 9th. It's the Big Show Kyle Lesher. He will pilot the number 13. He'll start in 10th. It's the new daddy, the number 40 of Josiah Millen. He will start in P number 11. Back into the 12th spot, then will be Tyler Grosscup. Then into the 13th starting position, the number 98 of Racing Jason. Back into the 14th position here tonight, Kelly Dahl. Then it'll be Eric Sanford. Robbie Schaefer, Doug Ungari having to come from 17th here in the 0-0. 18th will be the 0-3 of Speedy Brissett. The 2T of Michael Trevarthen back into the 19th spot. Bartel's back there in the 2B will go 20th. Al Smith Jr. in 21st. 22nd to Scott Austin, and it does not look like Stephen Brissett's car was able to make the call to the grid here tonight. And now I'm informed they switched the front 4 drivers. Yes, we're going to switch the front 4, I believe. As I see, that's how they are lined up out onto the speedway. Well, we're ready to go. 50 laps, Adirondack Picker Night here for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series. Should be next time by, we'll drop the hammer. Who has the hot shoe tonight? Will it be Dean Reynolds? He just picked up the holiday paint voting contest on who had the best holiday paint. Will he be able to pick up a win tonight? Will it be Kelly Dahl picking up the last chance qualifier win? What about Doug Ungari? Maybe Robbie Schaefer. Maybe the Hamburg hot dog will squeeze between a couple buns here tonight and come up to the front of the field. How about Scott Austin? He'll start shotgun to the field. Here we go. 50 laps, A main competition underway. Ryan Holland to lead us to 1. Jimmy McIntyre banged it off the turn 2 boards. He keeps it going. Here comes Talon Carter trying to get to the inside of Brian Hackler. That's a shallow entry there for Carter. He'll stick the nose, not able to do anything with it. Hacker gonna hit the wall then. Oh boy, jacked up, and Jimmy tight down here. A couple of them going around. There's the 28. There's the 40. They keep piling in here. Caution flag on the speedway. Cole Day went around, and I believe I saw Brian Hacker in the wrong direction. Jeff Sharp going to bank it off the outside wall. He'll get it going. Let's take a look back here. I believe we can catch it that it's going to be Brian Hacker. Watch the 11 Illinois down here. He'll go down into the corner. Tag the inside wall of the left front. Talon Carter then into the back of him, and he just can't hang on to it. Dean Reynolds into the back of the 99, a cold day. He can't hang on to it. Millen also going around in car number 40. Just bumper cars there, and unfortunately, everybody going around. Dobbs got into the wreck there a little bit. Sanford into the wreck, so just a little bit of a mess down here to get this race started. Trying to see if everybody is out on track. The only driver that is not out onto the speedway, of course, is the number 59 of Stephen Brissett. He's probably out tap dancing or something. I believe the Brissetts are into tap dancing. I believe I've said multiple times over the last couple of years. So any race fans tuning in that are Brissett fans, Stephen Brissett did not make the call here tonight to their feature event. So he is pit side as the iRacing.com Silverado Pace Truck lights are off here at Weedsport. Home of the big blocks here on iRacing. We got the big blocks a couple of years ago, along with the Weedsport Speedway. What a better fit. Here we go. Ryan Holland says, chase me to 1. Good start. Oh, problems in turn number 1. The 86, Kelly Dahl. Kelly Dahl, the driver out of Canada. The Fujiwara Tofu Shop entry. Looking like he needs a little food. Take a look what happened to the field here to get them jumbled up, stacked up. Dahl went down to the corner. Oh, him and Robbie Schaefer make a little contact, and then Ungari was running the outside of the raceway and just nowhere to go. Slight contact, all it's going to need. Come back live. There is your race leader, though. The Upstate RC and Hobby Showtime Custom Graphics. Entry, Ryan Holland. He drew the pole virtue of the invert here tonight. We did invert the top 4. So we do have officially 2 laps. It'll be 3 laps officially in the books when we do go back racing here tonight in the 50-lap A-Main Adirondack Picker eBay store entry. Everybody's still out there on the speedway. Drivers, though, that are going to need a miracle tonight. Kelly Dahl, Jeff Sharp, Doug Ungari, Cole Day, Brian Hacker, as they are all now buried deep into the field here tonight at Weedsport. And Weedsport is one of the hardest tracks for these drivers on the iRacing.com service. Pace truck off, back into the Hanson starter shop, restart zone. Green flag is up. Holland down to the bottom, Talon Carter to the outside in his brand new colors. As Chris Brown was down around the bottom. There we go, we're going to lap in here tonight. Lap number 4 in the books, and it's under green. Does anybody have anything for Ryan Holland? Can anybody stop Talon Carter? Carter to the outside there, all over car number 15. Jimmy McIntyre getting the Misfit Motorsports Pets Colorful Creations entry around Dean Reynolds in car number 79 back there. Made the pass out of turn number 4. Gross Cup and Sanford a little bit deeper into the field. There you see the number 14 of Tyler Gross Cup. He's picked up a couple spots here tonight early. Trying to keep car 14 clear and clean. Dean Reynolds under attack by his, well, good old buddy, Scott Rail. Oh, big wreck down in the 4. Big wreck, junked number 19. That'll be Eric Sanford, the rookie. Driver out of Turin, New York. So the third caution flag here in 7 laps is waving. Take a look at Eric Sanford here. That was a 0-3, a speedy reset to the inside. Was there contact in turn 4? Well, they didn't get to turn 4. Look at that big roll. And man, how did Dobbs just sneak underneath there? I'll go back in a second here. I do believe they may have an on board with Racing Jason out there. Right on board with Jason Griffith. Whew! Talk about a clinching. Right over the top of that number 98 goes Eric Sanford. Looks like we are ready. We got to thank everybody for tuning in out there. Looks like Donald Bennett and Joshua Buckley, both drivers, just competed in the 24 Hours of Daytona, still awake. Bennett was out here on the speedway a little bit earlier. Green flag back into the air. Holland, though, will still be the race leader. Talon Carter thought he was going to go to the inside in turn 3. Elected to put it right up against the cushion. So Talon Carter in the brand new paint scheme here tonight, sitting in second here at Weedsport. He'll run it in a little bit higher there than Ryan Holland did. Holland stays down on the bottom. Ginger on the throttle here. As, oh, look at Holland slide right up in front of Talon Carter. Carter had to hit the hooks, and he'll let Holland continue to be the race leader, but for how much longer? Deep into the field. One car sideways on the front straightaway. That's Kelly Dahl, Scott Austin. Everybody trying to gather it up, and they're beating and banging and jumbling and rumbling and stumbling, and they keep it going, though. We're staying green flag racing. Ryan Holland just set the fastest lap of the race last time by 16.02 second lap for Ryan Holland. As he's right up against the boards, Talon Carter goes to the low side, see if he can go catfishing here tonight for the race lead. He won't be able to do anything with it. The gap is right now about a half a second in the deficit right now. What will Ryan Holland do down here? That car straight into the corner. Got to be very mindful here of these corners here at Weedsport. There are 4 corners, and none of them are the same. There's a little bit of a berm there in 1 and 2 you got to watch out for. There's the 2B entry. That is Bartel's. He has picked up 8 spots after coming out of a last chance qualifier. He's right now stuck behind the 98 of Racing Jason and the Hamburg Hot Dog of Robbie Schaefer. Schaefer down to the bottom side. Jason to the outside right now. Jason's got his baby girl riding on board the top of that car. She'll always ride with him. Just like she'll ride with us on our screen down in the bottom right-hand corner. Colby Quinn Griffith unfortunately gone too soon, and Jason's trying to get her to the promised land out in front of the field here. Just almost got turned around off the front nose piece of the 2B. There is Al Smith Jr. He qualified in from a last chance qualifier. He's picked up double digits right now in the number 96. Smith trying to get some more here. It's still early, not halfway. It's still Holland out front as Bartels kisses the inside wall. There's Brian Hacker trying to work his way back through the field. Cold day back there. So is Millen and Nagari and Rabtoy. They're all right here in the picture frame. Michael Trewarthen back there. He's sitting in the 15th spot after picking up, looks like 5 spots here early on. So the rookie driver this season in the 2T, the driver out of Florida, trying to make it work here. Wanted a challenge, so came to the dirt side of things, and boy, does he got a challenge for sure. Said these guys are just too darn good. There's the race leader in car number 15, Ryan Holland. Him and Talon Carter just laying it up against the outside wall back there in turns 3 and 4. Holland trying to keep it straight through turns 1 and 2 as Talon Carter tries to go to the bottom side here. And so Holland into the outside wall. He'll bank it off. Talon Carter, new race leader. Talon Carter, your championship leader so far this season. The driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, is now the new race leader. He has already gone 5 for 5, 6th race of the season, and he's trying to put it in victory lane again. So now Ryan Holland back to about a little over a second as Chris Brown just almost took the whiteout performance, number 136 off the outside wall. Problems. Tyler Grosscup turned around down here in 1 and 2. Was up inside the top 10. Unfortunately, he is the yellow flag here. What happened to Tyler in turn 1 and 2? Oh, the inside wall got him. Robbie Schaefer, you saw him try to check up. Fortunately, just was not able to. Tough for these drivers to just kind of hit the hooks. Right on board with the Full Moon Garage, number 97 of Robbie Schaefer. You see him yank on the wheel, try to go around him to the outside, and unfortunately he can't. Kyle Lesher also taking a ride off the nose there, the left front, as he went a little airborne, a little bit of a slap wheelie. Looks like we're going to line them up 2 by 2. We have gotten a couple laps in here under green, so we'll go back 2 by 2. We're going 2 by 2 up until 10 laps to go, until we will single file these drivers out. Lights are off. It'll be 22 laps in the books. Talon Carter says we're going to turn 1 right now. So Carter continues to lead, but a new second-place driver has emerged out of that restart, and it will be Chris Brown. So Chris Brown is now in second, trying to chase down the number 1 of Talon Carter. It's a scrum there for third. Then here comes the number 4 of Scott Rayome. Scott Rayome trying to take over that spot from Ryan Holland. Holland was good, but remember, he made the contact with the outside wall in turns 3 and 4 with that Foxtrot RC Park entry, and now that car has started to fade through the field. You want to talk about drivers that are in a scrum battle? Oh, as Holland now will bank it off the wall again. Going to talk about the drivers a little bit deeper into the field here with Holland now off the outside wall. Here comes Robbie Schaefer now to the inside. There's still a lot of jiggling and jiving back here. Here's the 99 of Cole Day working his way back inside the top 10. As Cole Day's trying to work his way back through the field after an earlier wreck. 23 laps to go. Speedy Brissett back here. Millen's back here. They're just lined up 2 by 2. Oh, 1 car around. 1 car around. It'll be the 00 of Doug Gungari. He was battling with, I believe that was the number 96 of Kelly Dahl. 5th caution flag tonight. Oh, and Gari just got sideways off the cushion all by himself up there. Just got it too high, spun it around. Watch the hands. They call that, race fans, stepping on it. So he stepped on it a little bit to bring the caution flag out, so that means we get to re-rack them. We get to restack them. Talon Carter is the race leader. Chris Brown, Scott Rayome, Robbie Schaefer, Ryan Holland, then Brian Hacker. Is how they're lined up. They are being told by race control, double them up. Let's go 2 by 2 here. And then we can get this one back underway here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. It's Adirondack Picker Night. One of these drivers are going to pick the jewel of winning. "22 laps right now." Is all a big scrum back there. 1 car jacked up, trying to get back to the throttle. That's the 96 of Al Smith Jr. The whole inside lane had to check up on that one. Chris Brown trying to go around the outside. Here comes Scott Rayome. Talon Carter leads back to green. Chris Brown in the White Out Performance entry. Problems as the caution flag is out again. Something wrong with Jason Griffith here as he has stopped on the speedway. The Long Shot Sports Apparel. Well, there we already see him turned around. We'll have to go back for a better look at this one. Did a 360 and kept on going. Went down to the corner, tried to tag a little break there so he didn't get into, I believe that was Dean Reynolds. Did a 360, got a little help on it. A couple drivers piling in there too. Race fans, we got to thank you for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, get the notifications anytime we go live with the Upstate Racing League. We bring you their Sunday night dirt racing action with the Bartel Builders Big Block Series here live every Sunday night. Wednesday night, we also need to go ahead and, well, you need to tune back in, because that is the Best Colorful Creations Pro Series, the super late models on the asphalt side of things. Only a handful of races left on the asphalt side of things. A couple more left here, though, on the dirt side, as the green flag is back in the air. Oh, Scott Riome, hang on to her. Scott Riome hanging on, bumping, 1 around, 2 around. The caution flag is going to come out. Robbie Schaefer got turned around then by Scott Riome. About 2-3 caution flags here all at once. Watch it back. Watch Kyle Lesher. He'll be to the inside in car number 13. Everybody just bumping and banging. That was wreck number 1. Wreck number 2. Robbie Schaefer up on the outside there, got into the wall, and then got turned around by Jimmy McIntyre. So 2 wrecks in 1. Looks like Jimmy McIntyre going to go to the back of the field here. See if the pace truck gets the 1 to go marker this time by. We should be single file. I do not think we got a lap complete. No, we definitely did not get the lap completed. So it will be single file. And it should be 19 to go. We'll see if Talon Carter can hang on to this one. It'll be Carter, it'll be Brown, it'll be Riome, Holland, and Hacker. Drivers that had to go to the back. Looks like Dobbs back there, Lesher, McIntyre. That's Jimmy McIntyre and Robbie Schaefer. Green flag back into the air, under 20 to go. Carter to the bottom side, and he'll just hang on to it. Hacker getting around Ryan Holland for position. That number 15 of Ryan Holland, ever since he lost the race lead and banked it off the outside wall, he has just not been able to hang on to things. That car has not been reacting to anything he's been doing, at least in the positive way for him. How about Cole Day, though? Getting wrapped up in one of the first wrecks of the evening, and that 99 has now come back. And he is now looking to go into the top 6 here if he can get around the number 15 of Ryan Holland. Him and Holland make a little contact there. Big chain reaction. There's Bartel's getting into it. Oh, Talon Carter. What happened to Talon Carter? Carter hits the inside jersey barrier. Around goes Scott Riome, and around goes Brian Hacker. New race leader with 15 to go. It is going to be Scott Riome. Talon Carter got into the fence line, and that's what gave up the race lead. A rare mistake by Talon Carter. Now we'll put him behind the 8 ball with under 15 laps to go here at one of the trickiest tracks to make a pass at. Carter throws the slider line down in 1 and 2. He'll try to reel in those top 2 drivers as Brian Hacker now goes to work to try to get underneath Scott Riome. Scotty's going to open up the bottom side of the speedway. Hacker just not able to do anything with it right now. Carter's caught back up again here. Hacker still working the bottom here. Definitely 3 lines of racing here at Weedsport. That time, Riom just going to hold the bottom side. Carter still ripping the outside. Hacker will go off and close off the advantages on car number 1. Now, oh boy, Talon Carter got a little loose. A little contact for the race lead. Hacker letting Scott Riom know, hey, I'm here. I'm a little bit faster. Riom going to open up the door again. Hacker not able to hack the bottom side. 11 to go. Good battle here for the race lead. 3 drivers having a shot tonight. The 6th race of the season. It's going to come down to it. Can anybody knock Talon Carter off? It'll be double high fives. It'll be 10 laps to go here at Weedsport. Hacker going to have to try something a little bit different this time. Drives it in a little bit harder. Still not able to get around Riom down on the bottom side. Look at Talon Carter. He throws caution to the wind in car number 1. He knows if he wants to keep the streak alive, he's got to try it. Oh, Carter going to jump the cushion. That's not going to help him. Jumps the cushion, puts himself back in a little bit of a hole again. Hacker this time does get to the inside on Scott Riom. Will he move him up the speedway? Riom leaves the bottom open. No contact between the 2 race leaders. Down into 1. Hacker still holds the bottom as he should be able to get the race lead. Caution flag. Caution flag might just have saved Scott Riom and gave Talon Carter another chance. Looks like Kyle Lesher possibly and Doug Ungari making a little contact out there. Let's see what happened. There's the Montana 00, Doug Ungari. Down into the corner. Oh, and he grabs a full mouthful of jersey barrier. Lesher, just the bystander, had nothing to do with that. And there comes the old iRacing.com pace truck. Right on board. Watch this. Talk about point it right to the jersey barrier. This is what Lesher saw in front of him. I'm sure in Kyle Lesher's mind it was like watching a fighter plane and yelling, pull up, pull up, pull up. The jersey barrier was right there. So Scott Riom saved by the caution flag. He will keep the race lead because Brian Hacker was down to the inside. Talon Carter is 3rd. Dean Reynolds, Chris Brown, Cole Day, Speedy Brissett, Ryan Holland, Bartels, Millen, Sharp, and Trevarthen. We'll get that. Yeah, we will give them one to go. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to read the scoring. Scoring's a little beaten and banged also here tonight, like a lot of these big block modifieds. Scott Riom will pick the outside. Wait for the pace truck to make its way to pit road, and we're ready to go. Hacker's got to go back to work. Carter goes back up to the cushion. There's Dean Reynolds right down around the bottom side. This time, high five at the line. It's just 5 more times around. Hacker once again now gets to the inside off turn 2. Scott Riom tries to close it off. Contact for the race lead. Scott Riom going to now make more contact. That's going to give it back. Talon Carter now the race leader once again with under 5 laps to go as Scott Riom drove it right into the 11. Now he's got a mirror full of Dean Reynolds back there. Scott Riom got a pinch off the number 79, and him and Reynolds made contact. I don't know if Reynolds is going to be very happy about that one. Caution flag number 9 officially has been flown, though something happened. Cole Day, we missed it. Cole Day, who was running close to the top 5. Oh, Cole Day got the bumper hook from the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Watching from the bar camera here, we'll be able to see a good angle. White bars on the back bumper there of Cold Day. Right there. Everybody else being able to avoid the 99 that was sitting idle down there on the inside. Looks like Cold Day will be able to continue on, but he will now be at the tail of the field and not very many laps to go to try and close in at all. There would be the race leader, though. That would be the number 1 of Talon Carter. It would be Brian Hacker, Scott Riome, Dean Reynolds, Chris Brown, Speedy Brissett. Your top 6, Ryan Holland, Brett Bartels. Josiah Millen, Jeff Sharp, Michael Trevorth in your top 11. Only driver out of this one is Eric Sanford. He went for a flip on lap number 30 that, well, these cars on iRacing, they're just a little tipsy-topsy, and he unfortunately backed up a little bit to get out of a wreck in turn number 3 and 4. A little more banking down there and tumbled down the banking. Should be able to go around one more time. I do believe race control giving the A-OK here on the lineup. So after the 9th caution flag of the evening here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway for Adirondack Picker Night. It's the eBay store, Adirondack_Picker on eBay. It'll get you to their page, and man, they have everything you need. Treasures from, well, apparel to toys. It's even a couple repair books for your Fords out there. If anybody needs a Ford repair book, they can get you those too. A couple Talon Carter fans out there. A couple Brian Hacker fans also tuning in here tonight. See if either one of them can pull up the win. Carter will fire it back off here. Hacker sleeping just a little bit. That'll give a big gap to the Talon Carter entry with just 3 laps to go. Popsicle sticks, wind them up, throw them up. It's just now going to be 2 laps to go. Here comes Chris Brown to the inside of Dean Reynolds. They're making a little contact. Reynolds going to do a little bit of a wheelie. This time by, let's see. White flag is displayed. It'll be the final trip around the Speedway presented by Carpenter's Tax Service. Talon Carter trying to go 6 for 6 on the year. The youngster has a huge lead here into turn 3 and 4. He'll run the bottom side. Talon Carter will come out of 4. He'll look up. It'll be the 6th win of the season for Talon Carter. 6th win of the season for Talon Carter as he goes to victory lane here tonight. The driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. Brian Hacker back in 2nd. Scott Riome in 3rd. Chris Brown in 4th. And Dean Reynolds will be there into the 5th spot. Unofficially, those are your results here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway. Talon Carter going to go down here and do a little celebrating. It's been a little while since he celebrated. Everybody will climb the mountain in the middle of the track here, and we'll be back with your post-race show here in just a couple of moments. We'll speak with Talon Carter, Brian Hacker, and Scotty Riome here in just a couple of moments.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Weedsport Speedway here tonight for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series. It's Adirondack Picker Night here in central New York, as we have officially picked our top 3 finishers here tonight. And this is, of course, unofficial here tonight. Everything unofficial here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway after a little bit of a battle of nutrition. These drivers, though, have legged it out. Let's start down here in Victory Lane. It is Talon Carter. Carter back in Victory Lane here in the new year. You've won, of course, in calendar year 21, 22, and now officially 23.
We're definitely pretty fast there. When I went to the bottom there, me and Chris made some contact. I just wasn't driving right on the bottom, and I was locking the brakes up a little bit. So after we made contact, Scott and Brian got by us, and I just went back up to the top, try and find something because everybody else was right around the rail, and it worked out for me.
It worked out for you, and then towards the end with like 12 laps to go there, you had to run back down for Brian Hacker. Were you getting worried at any point because you were throwing that slider line down in 1 and 2, and then over in 3 and 4 it just looked like the bite wasn't quite there?
Yeah, I think the top 3 and 4 is definitely better coming out because you could get a really good run, and the way it's shaped here through 3 and 4, the slider, or 1 and 2, the slider line works getting in, but when the guys are on the bottom coming out, they just get huge runs, so you just gotta try and keep your momentum up.
Well, you got that momentum when there was little contact with the battle for the race lead. You were able to squirt around the outside, so, well, you pick up another one here at here with the Upstate Racing League. This time, the first one, though, at Weedsport, so, I mean, first time you conquered New York.
Yeah, Weedsport, it's definitely a tricky track to run, just the way it's shaped, and it drives like ice, and last year I think I finished second, and track was definitely different this year. It wasn't locked down around the bottom, and you could actually move around, which was good.
Well, you moved around, moved it right into Victory Lane, so the red carpet will roll out for the first time here in 2023 for this one machine. Who do you got to thank for another victory here in the Upstate Racing League?
I gotta thank Kutztown Printing, Realtor Devin Glosser with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Seth Walliser, State Farm Insurance Agent, Dave Gift, Bems Lawn Care, KB Motors, Cantner's Tire Service, Getsy Chiropractic, Lucky 13 Tattoos and Piercings, Club Lego, Christmas Meats, Levan's Machine Truck Equipment, Matty Pearl Band, and Ryan Devon's Pumpkin Patch, and Sean McPhee for the paint scheme, and you for the broadcast, and Al for the league.
There it is, a new paint scheme, but it's the same song, the same dance. The number 1 of Talon Carter going to Victory Lane. He'll pick up his, I believe, that'll be the 10th career win here with the Upstate Racing Leagues. Congratulations to Talon Carter. Moving right along, though, the new daddy himself, Hack Daddy. Hey, a second place finish tonight here at Weedsport.
Yeah, we didn't make it easy on ourselves, but here we are. So it was quite the entertaining run that we had. 50 laps was action-packed, and thought we had a chance to maybe sneak away with one, but that damn kid got around us and finds himself in Victory Lane again.
How hard was this track? Because right from the jump here tonight, it seemed like it was going to be a little bit of, try to keep it clean.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely tricky. I shot myself in the foot on lap 3 or whatever by clipping the inside wall and having to go all the way back to 23rd and then work our way back up. But there was definitely places that you could make passes, you could get runs on guys. You just had to be patient. You had to set them up. You can't just throw it in on a track like this and hope it was going to stick. So there were multiple lines. I think we kind of proved that there at the end. There were guys running kind of all over the place, but it was the typical Weedsport where, it's not an easy place to get around.
Definitely not an easy place here tonight for these drivers and yourself. But hey, what about next week? Go to a completely different track, somewhere closer to home. It's called Knoxville.
Yeah, definitely different. Definitely closer to home. Traditionally, I'm pretty decent there. We'll see how the track wears in, but hopefully we get a chance to at least contend again, and hopefully I don't shoot myself in the foot like I did tonight.
Well, before we let you go, who's back home? I know there's a new race fan in the house.
What's that? Say that one more time.
Who do you got to thank back home? Because I know there's a new race fan in the house.
Yeah, there is. So shout out to my wife for watching the new baby Dell, and shout out to everybody that's always on the car. So Aberdeen Lodge, Narrative Coffee, Carbon Junction, and then Scott Austin, who paints these rides and makes them look good each and every week. Thanks to Al for putting this on, and you for showing up and putting your voice to the pictures, and we'll let you get out of here so you can scoot off to work.
That's right. Do got work yet tonight. Thanks for reminding me. I got to go to that 9 to 5, But hey, there's Brian Hacker. He hacked up here tonight, and he was able to come home second. How about it, race fans? This one is Scott Rayome. Scotty, a good race here for you. Looked like the car started to go away, though, at the end.
Car was terrible the whole race. I was just trying to survive out there, and I am terrible on a slick track. I'm not even really that good on a tacky track, to be honest. So got the lead there when Talon and Chris got together, and I ran out of talent, and Brian got underneath me there, and really, I was just happy to be running up there with those guys that we see on TV all this time, and just tried to stay out of trouble. I ran the middle and right in the slick, and just was as easy as I've ever been on a gas pedal on a slick track, and I was listening to Dean in my ear a lot, saying how it's just you just got to be easy on the throttle and whatnot. Managed to survive. Wasn't definitely not the top 3 car out there, but somehow I'm there.
What does it mean to you? You talked about getting to run up to the front already. You mentioned about how running at the front with the guys that you see on TV, but what does it actually mean to be able to put the 4 car in position alongside those guys and battle for a win in the Upstate Racing League?
It means a lot. I mean, yesterday was my 2-year anniversary on the sim, so be able to get up there and rub elbows with some of these guys, there's some pretty decent names in here, and to be able to do that in just a short 2 years is pretty good confidence booster.
Well, it's a good confidence booster. We got some great tracks coming up, some bigger tracks: Knoxville, Eldora, Lima Land, and well, do we think we can park it back on the podium, maybe sneak one away here towards the end of the season?
Well, that's the goal, I just not out here just to look pretty. You got that accomplished, so I just try to get out here and represent the names on the car.
Race fans, he just took the words right out of my mouth like he was dancing like his partner out there. But Scott, a great run for you here tonight. Who do you got to thank back home that makes this all possible and this car look as pretty as me?
Well, funny, I had to write all these down while you're talking to the other 2 guys, because I don't do these very often. So the guys over at Full Throttle Motorsports, Dean at Super Dirt Car, Swan Speed Shop, DJ Sim Sports, GripHacks.com, all the guys over at Brissett Racing, those guys have been instrumental in helping me get to where I'm at. And, of course, my fiance Heather for letting me do this on a Sunday night.
There you hear it. Scott Rayome will round down the podium finishers here tonight in car number 4. We heard from Talon Carter, Brian Hacker, and Scott Rayome. Those are your top 3 drivers. Back and forth was Chris Brown, then it was Dean Reynolds to round out the top 5 here tonight at Weedsport. Brett Bartel, Josiah Millen rallying back to the 7th spot after an early spin. Jeff Sharp after an early spin and into the wall a couple times. He's back to the 8th spot. Michael Trevarthen, a rookie, picking up the biggest mover of the rookie category. He'll finish into the 9th spot. Al Smith Jr. in 10th, and the biggest mover and shaker at the entire dance here tonight, car number 22 of Dylan Raptoy, will finish into the 11th spot. That's your top unofficial runners here tonight at the Weedsport Speedway after our return to racing after the Christmas New Year and a little bit of an extended break. And Well, that means we will have more racing longer into the spring. That's right, we are 1 week behind on the schedule, race fans, so we will just continue on the schedule. We were supposed to run Knoxville tonight, but we pushed Weedsport back 1 week, so Knoxville Raceway is the next race here for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series. It's the Bartel Builders Night at Knoxville. We can't wait till next week to see who will be able to win at one of the most historic racetracks in the country. But for everybody at the Adirondack Pickers, everybody at Bartel Builders, and everybody with the Upstate Racing League, I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast here from the virtual Weedsport Speedway. Until we catch you next week, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.